All right, in studio, like we promised you, we've got a very special guest. And remember, today we're talking about something very important. So if you're a young person out there, unenanga kazi, unakale kanini kana katwango kila mwezi, lakini umefikiria mambo ya retirement.
Yeah.
Kevin, it's not easy to think about retirement, especially when you're young. Mambo za uzee, unaongojea mpaka ufike uzeeni. So we decided to invite Bosco Gicheo. Jesus. Bosco Gicheo. Bosco si waseme tu jina yako basi want.
Exactly. Just do justice.
So I'm going to introduce to you the Senior Supervision Officer at Retirement Benefits Authority. Anaitwa
Bosco Gicheo.
Karibu sana.
Karibu sana, Bosco.
Karibu sana, Morning Vibes. Hey, so Bosco,
let's move closer to
when
the
we
mic.
talk about retirement, who's the best person to speak to retirement about? What age?
Actually, the best person to talk to about retirement is the young ones. My junior, my youth man. Because they are the best people. Unajua kuongelea mzai because most of the time, people take it like ukiongea retirement, wefikiria the old guys. People on their way out, watu wanaenda moshadha.
Exactly.
You know. And what you're saying is, retirement, we should start planning for it now. You know, as soon as, by the way, ikiezekana, hata watoto Raima, high school, university. Because personally, muzu sema ningepatiwa hii vibe ya retirement nikiwa, tuseme seko. Asa ingekuwa nimeomoka, ningekuwa nimeretire.
Ungeanza hata kusave seko.
Ningeretire saa hizi.
What?
Sasa hebu tungejua retirement plan. Kwa sababu savings unajua naturally, let me not say naturally, but last year, I think, sometime last year, where you're seated, I invited some guys to help talk about savings, right? And they were talking about the savings thing that they have. And we realized that, tuseme tu kweli, unless mzae wako ameenda a special course alafu amekuja bebe sisi save, majority of us don't save. Kwanzia, maybe your parents are not, into saving, and then you grow up, you don't learn savings. So hata ukikuja kuniambia juu ya pension, the culture of saving kwanza haiko ndani yangu.
Haiko kwa wazazi, kwa familia.
So you find that maybe the only time you're saving for pension is if kale zile two deductions zinafanywa na kwa mshande, hivyo tu, but it's not enough.
Yes, actually what you're saying is true. And one of the major reasons we are here, and we are grateful at Vibes Radio, Standard Media, because I know mtawak na sisi this 4 months.
Definitely.
As RBA also celebrates its 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Imagine sini tumeshazeeka hivi.
Mmekuwa hapo
20. Lakini watu wengi bado hawajui.
Haujaanza
kuna ya retirement benefits.
Yeah.
So as RBA, we've actually, it's been a long journey. It's been a walk.
Yeah.
And as you're right, what you're saying, Sheila, most people, and Kev, even as you're saying, our parents also, we don't have this saving culture in Kenya. Actually, we are more of a spending economy. Wasawa pesa pap, wajua, like we want do saizi, tutumie sai, tunalive saizi.
But it comes from the top. Unajua si kazi yetu ni maloans. Ukiona wa Kenya pia.
Nasemaga tuko na ka borrowed middle class. Wala wasisi ujita tuko
hapo katikati.
Lakini hatuko sawa. Because actually, when you look at it, allow me to tell you a short story.
Please do.
There was a time we went to a place in Kenya. Huko Lake Victoria is side.
Akwa kina Kevin.
Huko
Mera, what is?
So, the people wako niliongea na
I hope not.
So, when you're talking to these guys and you are telling them about saving. And you told us, hey, Odiero, what do you mean? For us, it is Jesus who saves as we spend. Yani kazi yake. But saving culture is important.
Ati the get to Jesus who saves.
Yes.
Huku chiki joke.
As in, I took I'm like, no, that can't be what
Jesus saves, we spend.
Jesus.
Mera, don't joke.
So you get, and actually, the wise man once told me that we'd become rich not because of what we earn, but what we save.
What we save,
But now the critical question is, what do we save for? How do we save? Because when you're looking at years, right now, retirement may look like huko kwa horizon. But we also define what our retirement is. Because nikiuliza, guys in entertainment, guys in sports, how long before their retirement. Utafika mtu 32,
Manze.
34. Haizi cheza ball.
We've seen even on the news.
Yeah.
William guys were tidy high. Bro.
Yeah.
He was complaining about an ado.
Not huyo mse. Literally the whole cast.
Yeah. Oh wow, the whole cast.
Yeah.
Wow, that's sad.
It's so sad. And that's why it's important to have these conversations. And I like what you said. And I want us to take a short break. I want guys wapumue kidogo afikiri kwanza huyo wa Jesus saves. And then we'll come back. And no, but because a lot of people, I'm telling you.
It's a culture thing, I guess.
Wefikiria hivi.
Yeah.
Utakana mse kwa club. Munakata sherehe muna ma road trip wacha msee anguke kwa bahari kidogo ati jet ski accident insurance yake itafanya because you know insurance uko basic ukimaliza hivyo mshaanza kuchanga unashanga but si msee alikuwa analipwa 700k per month na watu ukianza kuinvestigate unaona msee alikuwa na spending culture not saving culture so we're going to come back right after this by Lila Ike.
Vibes Radio.
Wacha nikuambie ukimaliza hiyo energy yako kukua myang kwa energetic chances are people will forget you. No, not in a bad way.
Hopefully not.
Where you ask yourself how many people visit your uncle there. You know, once you hit 60, things change, man. Even your friends. Yo, Kevo, man, there's a plan.
Itakuwa 60. Where's Kevo these days?
Mutakuwa mnatembea huko na nyasi huko hivi unasema guys, ningesema.
Utapatupa na makuku, you know, thinking about the good old days.
Sasa unakimbishana ati wewe wacha kuchota maji kwa river. And like wewe si ulifanya kazi Nairobi.
Sheila, if you turn out like that, bebe nitakuokota tu hivi. I get you out of Kakamega Okisi, nikulete hapa Nairobi and I tell you, wewe.
But Kevin, this is the reality.
Get the energy back.
This is the reality of life. We are laughing at it, but this is the reality.
No, it's going to happen. It's
a
matter of time.
If you don't think about your future as a young person working, even doing a business, maze, future, wewe utakuwa wale. I hope kuna watoi kwa sababu hiyo ndio plan. And there's a question we've asked you there. What is your retirement plan? Yeah? And be honest. Is it I'm saving for retirement ama ndajua ikifika kesi baadaye? No, there's also another one which we know is kupata watoi. But we've got Bosco Gicheo. Gicheo.
Ameretire mapema.
Utakuwa retired.
Gicheo. Wacha nikupatie cheo basi. Gicheo wazee. Bosco karibu sana. And let's talk about what RBA does because it seems a lot of Kenyans don't know about when ile kam nini do yenye inatolewa kwa mshande yangu. Hiyo enda wapi?
Okay, good question. RBA, or Retirement Benefits Authority, is actually the regulatory arm of the pension industry.
Yeah.
So we monitor, or rather, coming from the establishment of pension, it's like schemes, to how they work, the operations.
Yeah.
We make sure that, you know, like the money is safeguarded. And beyond that, we also go into developing that industry.
Okay.
Yani kuhakikisha wasi ile do unatoa iko safe. Like you are guaranteed when you retire. You know they've said retirement nuko sunset.
Yeah.
You are 100% sure when you get there, your
It's
money is
be
also
there.
there. And it's not just there vilolieka.
Yeah.
It's grown.
It's grown.
Na my interest.
Yes,
Yeah.
my interest.
So I was asking Kevin, have you ever heard of people losing their money? Maybe they put it in a pension scheme and then something unscrupulous, money has disappeared. This happens. Is this the work that you protect?
This is what we protect. And you know how to put it into perspective is if we look at the pension industry since the regulations came in, that was around 2000 to now. Look at the fund, the asset base, the way the funds have grown from around 44 billion to now we are talking about 1.2, 1.3 trillion.
That's impressive.
Wow.
Very impressive.
So it shows you if there were leakages, of course it could tell.
Yeah.
Coverage has also increased.
Yes.
Like right now, I think we have around 1.3 million members.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Coverage for let's look at the formal sector.
Yeah.
Because informal, that's where we are heading. Wala wasenye, tunasemaga, unajua, so wakuhasa tu ile kawaida. Which is the bulk. But when you go to the formal, you'll find the coverage has increased from 13 to right now we are talking about 22%. still not so good.
Yeah.
But
But it's
tunaenda
upward
mahali,
trajectory.
yes,
That's
we are
from
projected
2013% to 2020.
to around 22%. Yeah.
And 2030, you're looking at 30% projected, coverage.
Yes. Actually, you're hoping to be there by 2030 or even higher.
Okay.
Or even higher because, we're looking at, as you're saying, even when you're talking about guys who are on a payroll, ask, most will not even be aware that there kuna ka pension ukatwa. Most guys do not, are not even aware. They don't even check. Hao wanaangalia tu tax. Yeah. But hawaangalii mali yao wanajijenga, like, what are we contributing towards our future? And most of the time it's the employer, by the way, who does this. And we pia unatoa yako, but we forget it. We don't even check our statements. Yeah. That is on the formal side. But now to get to where we want to be.
How are you going to do that?
One of the main, like our area of focus right now, and it's in our strategic plan, is basically to tap in what you are calling this informal sector. And as you're saying, Kev, small and micro enterprises, mingi ni my youth, man.
Of course.
But then most of it is just the youth. When you look at it, the bulk. Actually, the older folks, most are in employment, or now you'll get, in those, also to the small business. But our biggest bulk of the guys in the informal sector, so to speak, are actually the youth.
And even the majority in the country anyway.
Yes. And we keep saying that mtu ana save wapi. Unajua tunajuanga kuna zile structure watu wameongea about sana. But about pension. Because do we look at ourselves, just as you said, tunataka kuishi your life. Unajua our parents are depending on us.
Manze.
Most of us unajua unaendaga ukiambiwa sasa juu umepata job, jua wengine wote by the way ni wewe. So do we want to pass that baggage to our children?
And it is baggage.
It actually is. I'll call it that. So actually, and that is why as RBA we are working hard towards ensuring that one, already the protection bit, you guys should be guaranteed.
Ukiweka do yako bali itakuwa hapo.
Yani itakuwa hapo na itakuwa hapo vile ulieka. Si ile stories za Bunuasi atieleka maembe alafu akakuja akapata ilioza. This one you put it and you're sure there is growth. And you're sure there is someone watching it. Because I'm 100% sure. Kama uliuliza hiyo swali. I don't know if there is anyone listening to us who's actually lost their money in a pensions.
No, let me tell you guys. Personally, and I told you Sheila took your off here. Personal story. If it wasn't for my mom's pensions, hizo savings zake, I don't even think ninge graduate.
Imagine.
Because it was so bad for my mom passed away when I was like 18 years old. So we were trying to access funds even there was a bit of problems there. And then somebody just told me, yo, Kev, man, unajua madhako alikuwa na story ya pension. So when I followed up, it was in like a bit of millions here and there, but that's what actually helped me and my sister graduate. So you can imagine the impact of, this pension funds, especially when you start saving early.
Let's talk about, are there benefits of saving through registered pension scheme as opposed to other vehicles like SACCOs, chamas? Because najua watu wanapenda masako, machama.
Can you save your way to riches, for example?
Masako, make the SACCO bigger. Isn't what wanapenda? And fixed deposit accounts.
Yes. Actually, I'll say there are a lot of advantages.
Okay.
Let me start from Kev's point.
Okay.
And by that is quite something.
Yeah.
And it's good you share.
Yeah.
Because if I tell you also, I think one of the biggest assets I had was also my mom. Miss Juna alimfunza story about pension because it's not me, I will not lie. But there are times then, yendo sana kwambia, najua unaumia. Even before I got into RBA and doing other things. And she'd skumia you something, but I didn't know where it was coming from. Later then anakwambia, niaka kaitu kanaingianga, consistent kidogo. Yes, but there are those advantages. Because like one, if you have your beneficiaries, your kids, you see it's something umewachia. Si uachia manze, ati hakuna kitu mzee aliniachia, hakuna kitu mada aliniachia. But you see, this is an inheritance. Because one thing you say, pension will never get lost.
Akiba yours.
Yours na pia ipotei. Because once you're gone, we always put in a beneficiaries list. So your beneficiaries, vile umewaweka, and in the schemes you have people called trustees. Like they have a fiduciary duty on the scheme. Hao ndo nikaa owners wa scheme. Na sio mtu mmoja. So there's always the checks and balances.
No, so nikiandikizwa majina za watu wenye nataka wanini, alafu sasa unajua Afrika wanapenda kupigana juu ya pesa. Kuna watu kupigana hapo RBA kwa sababu ya pensions also.
Actually a pension the law imekuwa very clear. And very nice. And the trustees also have that power to determine who are the real beneficiaries.
Okay.
So ukiandika hapo na you are always advised. Ukichange beneficiaries, umepata mtoi leo. Ama ulikuwa gana ka girlfriend mahali. Mkaachana. So umepata wife. Mama kwa nyumba. Mwandiki. Toa, kama ule alienda, toa. Unajua silete ile at the end. If you have kids, we always say, by the way, Waswahili usema, hakuna mwanaharamu, kitendo ndicho haramu. So, put your house in order. But even if when you don't, it's very rare that those cases are there. I will not say they're not there. But it's easily solved because we can always trace. And either from the list or the trustees. And these trustees are people who most of the time, watu wamekuwa na kani job, ni wanakujua.
Okay.
You get. So these ones, by the way, your pension money does not form part of your estate.
Okay.
Ile nyete and public trustee in case you didn't have a will or something.
Yeah.
This is administered differently.
Okay.
Yes. So it is always very easily settled. So you are guaranteed our beneficiaries umepata. Then by the way, and a step further. Unaweza hata state percentages unataka get.
Each,
so unaweza sema mama juu hata baki, wacha niseme, unajua Sheila nyia mtu achiangi vitu kwa wili. Kwa tuseme tu kweli.
Wanaacha tu.
So but even ladies now encourage hata mzee akibaki na watu hii ataweza washughulikia
true.
So utaweza sema since maefa amebaki can give them 50%, kana mjunior 1 to 10%.
Yeye anasema madem hawawekanga majina nini machali hapo.
Wewe bwangalia. Uliuliza tu sasa hata kwa HR.
Are you serious?
Obviously.
At 5 bob.
You don't consider us guys are so disposable to women.
Unajua nini? Munafaa ku learn from Shabaranks. Maybe when you are alive, you are not Mr. Loverman.
Vibes Radio.
Mr. Loverman, my six pack, my bombastic, fantastic lover. Lakini si yako 50. Sasa anatafuta pension yake. It's crazy. Life is like that,
The
man.
difference is men age like wine.
No.
Shabaranks is still in the studio.
No. You can still be in the studio, lakini magoti ziko kwa nyumbani. Yeah. Pension ziko kwa pension fund. For 20 minutes to 9 a.m. Yes, today we're talking about retirement. And guys, we might be laughing and having a good laugh here, but the things that are being mentioned here, imagine you get this information, alafu ulenge. Alafu unajua, for sure, depending on this venye sajame plan na wewe utaona in future utakumbuka hapo tu unakumbuka sasa hata una energy hata ya kwenda kwa market ama ya kuhustle utakumbuka guy na nilikuwa nakata mzinga badala ku save badala kuweka something kwa pension sasa and this pension chums in every month ukiretire inaanza
unaweza chukua
na ni kitu ina kusupplement. Let me ask you let's talk about people who are employed, and then we'll talk about people who are unemployed, and then we get back to the question that I asked you. For people who are employed, we've mentioned that iu didaktiwa. And that's the confidence, unajua sikuna kale ka kitu ka didaktiwa. But there's an opportunity to increase that amount.
Yes.
Right? Because you're looking at your future.
At your future, yes. Actually, that is very possible. There's something we call an additional voluntary contribution. So when you being deducted irregular, because that is set, maybe employer anatoa 5% or anatoa 5%. You see, that was in your contract, ukiingia job hivyo ndo vile iko. Then you realize these guys are looking after my future. So acha hata mimi okoleo nipige hiyo boost. So you can do an additional voluntary contribution. Hii pia itaingia hapo, itakuwa invested in the same way in the scheme na zile funds, but ukipata statement it will always be showing you pale kando as in a columns. So utaona the regular ni ile una employer naeka ile wewe unakatwa yako, then what you put in as additional voluntary contribution. Iko na advantages kadhaa. One, ukitoka job kwa access, because there's the accessing bit. Right now you can access, and we don't really advise people that ukichange job ama ukitoka hapa unachukua hiyo do. Iache hapo hivyo, iendelee kugrow in your retirement. So you can take like 100% of your portion and 50% yako. But you can also take your additional voluntary contribution. But then we've seen it come in handy for people. Unaona hii time ya COVID.
Things have been bad. So saving this, so these pension schemes are important. as a way of saving.
It's also a way of saving.
Yeah.
And, on critical times like this,
Yeah.
it comes in handy. So that is one way. The other way is, even still, as an employee, you can go into an IPP.
Okay. What's that?
Individual pension plan.
Nafikiri tunafanya kazi RBA.
Manzo,
IPP, you know me.
Utanisamea. Unajua
ABCDOE. I'm like, hey,
Wewe unajua BEC wewe.
IPP. Oh, mazo umenirudisha economics classes.
IPP.
Yo, let's go IPP.
IPP.
So individual pension plan. So bado unawezeka do you can actually go that direction.
Yeah.
Mostly, sometimes you might be having you've left, umetoka hapa job, umepata kanini hapo nje, ka job hapo. So that money, instead of squandering it, why can't you put it there?
In the
Also
IPP.
save in the IPP. Yeah.
IPP. Yeah, you know me. Now, before we talk about why it's better to save in a retirement, benefit authority than in the SACCOs. Not mattress tumekataa hiyo tumekataa emergency kikuja mattress mattress is not helping. When I put my money in the with RBA, when you guys are watching, right, when it's in the pension scheme,
yes,
right, because are they investing my money, or is it just sitting there just earning dividends and just growing and growing? What are they doing with the money?
Actually,
because we're talking about trillions.
A point of correction kidogo. In RBA we don't hold any money.
You regulate.
As atuguzi your pesa.
Yeah.
It goes to the schemes. So these schemes now, these are the vehicles. In a scheme, we'll have various service providers. So we have the administrators.
Yeah.
These ones mostly deal on a day-to-day basis about your details zako, when you're withdrawing and stuff like that. Yeah. They make sure the scheme is running okay. Of course, on behalf of the trustees. Then you have the fund managers.
Okay.
These guys now are professionals. They do the investment.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fund managers, job yao solely ni kuinvest your do.
This
And
is
these
in
are
the
the
schemes.
guys. Yes.
This is in the schemes.
Now the scheme will get people to do that,
Yeah.
professional, like service providers.
Yeah.
Right now, I know for fund managers, we have around 20, 24.
Yeah. I've seen it
something.
at 24, yeah.
Yeah, and then administrators, we have around 31. Then we have custodians. Custodians majorly are banks.
Yeah.
Now, these ones keep the assets of the scheme. So unaona kuna segregation.
Yeah.
Hakuna mali ati mtu mmoja anashikilia hiyo do yako. Ama ati imekuwa sasa tuseme na RBA ati si ndo tuko na hiyo. We have that money, no. So these things are run professionally.
Yeah.
And actually the schemes are audited every year. And they go through the audited accounts.
Yeah.
So from there you can even build, and members have the opportunity to question even the investment, the way the investment.
Yeah, like decide kununua mall hapa naweza sema mall tena
aje. And on that note, pia tuko na a guide on how you can invest scheme money.
That's the whole. Let me
RBA.
hold it right there.
Kuna kitu siwita, wacha nikupatie tena ingine. Lakini ya rhyme kai inaitwa table G.
Table G.
Unajua nimepatia wasanii jina.
Everything is in a 50. Table G.
Table G up on stage.
Let me ask you,
Yeah.
that last statement you just made, you can advise, how did you say it? How did you put it? The last statement about how, how you can use that money.
The investment bit, advisory. Ideally, it's the trustees who will talk with the fund managers on where to be. But actually, there is a guide.
Yes.
RBA provides a guide. Or what we call now, it's under table G. Where and how you can invest your money. This is on top of something we call the investment policy statement, which every scheme must have after every 3 years when renew. So that ukiwa na members, this profile awako karibu kuenda. So usikumeka doyote kwa manyumba. Like what happens to the SACCOs in the 80s and 90s. They invested heavily in property. Then when members needed the cash,
it was held up.
So those are some of the things.
The reason actually, nilikuwa kukuuliza for example, now me, I've been saving on the pension scheme or something like that, and then something happens to me. But sasa wife yani ukimcheki yani, okay, assuming I have a wife who doesn't understand mambo investments and stuff, and then she wants to access the pension. Would you actually advise her on how to invest that money? Is that what you're saying?
No, she just collects her truth and
collects and bounces.
Na collect, but anaweza akiwa mjanja hiyo do if I'm thinking it's ni scenario umeishia. So aja
na labda niko na watu wa small lakini udem
small. So hapo ndo tunasema Kev pia tuachage kwa asiri. Saa zingine pia una educate mama.
Real talk.
Piece of glasses. One of glasses. One time.
No, ini kitu affect wasi wengi.
Ni kweli. So pia anaweza chukua ido na aieke tuseme kwa IPP. Ama aieke, unajua tuna pia on exit tuna kitu inaitwa income drawdown.
Okay.
Yeah. So unaweza ama kuna annuities. Anaweza buy hizi vitu.
Okay.
You know, from the scheme, so ikwe
anaweza toa kwa investor
hapo ndo ikwe. Sasa unaona scheme ndo inamuinvestia.
Okay.
Si kusiniambie kaje iko na hiyo experience. Hata handle hiyo do. Pengine umeachiwa mita 2.
Manze na siume.
Wewe kila mwezi maybe umwachia gata 2. So ta 2 alafu umenipea mita 2. Kwanza ndako hazimu hapo kwanza.
Now let's get you know, when I'm hearing this story, of course everything that we've discussed so far just sounds like formal employment. Now there's a large majority, because I'm hearing there's 1 million members so far. 1 point.
We have around 3 point something.
3 point. But we have 47 million Kenyans.
Yes.
A lot of people need to be on this. This 47 million need to be on this scheme. And or the authority, they need to be registered members. But if I'm working niko na kabiashara mazimi ni hustler, mi naona my only option hapo ni IPP.
Actually, IPP ndo the best. Manake, one, hata ukienda kwa website yetu, we have all this listed. I think we have close to 40 something, if I'm not wrong. So, you see, it's iko flexibility. Number one. Number two, ukienda kwa, by the way, they have to be registered by RBA. Mtu asikudanganya huko nje ati you're just going to ati we offer, we can
Kwambox and Kev. Guys,
ati kila mwezi leta gado yako tutakupatia on retirement. No. Lazima ikuwe registered na RBA. How do you find out? By visiting our website, www.rba.go.ke. So, why IPP is the best option? Nimesema kuko na a lot of providers. So the coverage is big. Then they have a lot of flexibility.
Okay.
One, hata kutoka kwa phone yako, unaweza register na unaweza kukituma do.
Nice.
You know,
you can send
watch. As little as how much?
As little as
there's
even 20 shillings.
5 bob, 20 bob,
50 bob.
Yeah.
Actually, I know there's a guy I know who works in a car wash. Him, he knows minimum per day he makes his 300 bob.
Okay.
So 100 bob he'll go with. 100 bob, 50 bob, you weka kwa IPP. 50 bob, you weka ka saving asemanga just in case.
Just in case,
wow. And then kafinje ka kibaki, hiyo ni sherehe yake. So you see, it's as little as that, and it's flexible. You don't have to be fixed at every month. Now I have to remove. I mean, I have to part with 2,000 shillings. And then, you know, with these guys, there are some months which are dry.
Yeah, of course.
So you might, for 3 weeks, you've not got anything. No one will come to you and ask you, why didn't you put in this month or last month? But whatever you put in consistently continues to be invested. It's your money from the day utaiweka to the day when it will leave, when you will withdraw it, or your beneficiaries get it.
Wow.
Plus interest.
Interest. And you know,
it is
key
with
point.
interest.
What interests me is interest.
Yes, and it's compound interest.
Compound interest.
Yeah.
And it's a compound.
In a bus.
Where Sheila?
I've got to see it physically. But now let's get to the ngori. The big question. So what we believe in SACCOs, you know, fixed deposit accounts, machama, vitu zenye najua hapa nikisema, hey, help, easy nini. What is the, you know, why is it better?
One, I will not discount those vehicles.
Okay.
Because one, we're also encouraging a saving culture. But the thing is, are we looking about tomorrow as well? Because these things that are kusort saizi, they will be in for your immediate needs. There's one serious advantage. Saizi umesema mtu afika 50 magoti zimekata. What happens as we age, our health also gives in.
Slow down.
Tunaanza kukua, unajua maugonjwa zinaanza kuingia nini. And most people will tell you, after age of 60, most of their income or whatever money they have goes to medical. So RBA may come up na product ingine fiti sana. But then ni party achievement. Bitu fit ziko around. It's called post-retirement medical fund.
Nice.
Love it.
You can actually save for your medical bills kuanzia saizi, like taking care of you now, ndo mwili yako iweze kutake care of you in your time.
Unasikiza Sheila?
Uweze kutake care of you at that time. So ukianza kusave saizi within the scheme, by the way, itakuwa invested tu kwa hii scheme.
Okay.
Itakuwa inakuwa unajua regulated same way kama hizi funds zingine tumebonga. So at the end of it, when you are living, tuseme una retire sasa, utaweza decide kutransfer hii do kwa medical cover insure provider of your choice. Ama kama hiyo scheme iko na itakuwa by then, because this is a new product, iko nayo, then they can put it in. And one of the things, you'll bear me witness, the cost of medical cover for anyone above 50, hata tu your premiums, ningori. Tuache hata hiyo, enda hata NHF. Unaona hiyo so tano usema mtu atoe per month. Najua kuna wasi uwaweza. But now you can actually put it. Hata unaweza save as little as hiyo 300 ama 400 ukitarget uko mbele. So by the time una retire ama umefikia hiyo age, hautakuwa unarudia, because most people, even right now, if you find someone with their parents back in hapa, mostly ni tao, find mtu amekuja Nairobi, utafind wamekuja treatment.
True.
Most of the time, that's very right. Cost we have to bear. So if they can, we cannot be able to take care of your health. So naona say umebit chama na hizo zingine, because hao watakupatia ni pulia sahi sako. Most people go to SACCOs because of loans.
Because up tunapenda loans basi.
Ni loans.
Sini ma loans basi.
So hata ukieka kwa kama umse wakaosh, hata ukieka hii nyingine ya hizo chama na hizo savings, eka hii nyingine kwa retirement. Azinaanza kujipanga. By the way, unajua hata Bible inasema hivyo. Numbers. Numbers 8, I think.
Okay.
Wambi. Wacha nikupatie
24. Yani nimeshaiget wewe acha hiyo story.
Nice one.
Anasema ukifika age 50, hata Malevites walikuwa wanaambiwa ndo watulize. So nini itakusukuma after hiyo? Na hiyo ndo point. Unajua mmekuwa mkimeditate ingine serious. Kutoka hata jana ile serenity prayer.
Wazi.
Ni muhimu wasiwa kiisema.
Wazi. Umekuwa rada.
Ule msio Vibes Radio.
Utatushow achievements zingine basi.
What we're going to do, we're going to take a short commercial break, and then we'll come back just to wrap it up. But this has been a great conversation, and hey.
Damn, I feel like we can talk for another hour bana.
Gicheo.
Umetueducate.
Come through maze. Let's take a short break, tulipe mabills hapa tukifikiria juu ya akiba haiozi na haitapotea.
Vibes Radio, we rule the nation in this generation.